Welcome back for another video. I'm Ehavad, a free-to-play endgame player in Raid Shadow Legends. And I've been suckered in again by Plarium. There is a guaranteed champion, which we have like 31 minutes left to do, and it is a champion that I do want in Sicia Flametongue. I mean, fantastic legendary champion overall, but you know, one of the best champions to speed farm Spider and great for Hydra. You know, the AoE HP burn with the drop defense weaken and instant activation of HP burn targets. You know, great champion, a lot of fun, and obviously the visuals are amazing. So I really definitely want the champion on my account. And as you know, anyone who's been following my progress over the time, either through the Hell Hades showcases or through my own channel that I started a few months ago, will know that I hoard shards exactly for this purpose. We've obviously pulled for the guaranteed Kyoko on this channel. We pulled on a couple of 10x's with fusion overlaps, but we always keep enough sacreds that we are able to do the next event if one comes up, you know, maybe sooner than we expected. I did say during that summon rush with the 10x for Trunda and other champions last weekend that I kind of felt that there was probably going to be a guaranteed coming up quite soon for sacreds. It seems to be that the Plarium do this where you have kind of like 2x sacreds, then something like a 10x that's really attractive, and then the guaranteed comes after the 2x of that shard type. So, you know, we have 2x void next weekend. Will there be a void guaranteed coming in the next CvC after that? Who knows? Maybe. I think it's something that needs to be observed and dealt with. So, given that the 2x void does not overlap with a fusion, I'm currently debating skipping it entirely and sort of keeping my voids in case we have a guaranteed that is of particular interest. In any case, right now, we have 33 sacreds. We only need 12 to get Sicia, and I want Sicia. I don't really enjoy making all of these summoning videos. I think, you know, I prefer to provide content that is educational and useful to you guys, but it is what it is. You know, I've been suckered in by Plarium, and they've given me a champion I want, so I'm going to have to summon for it. All right, let's get into it. See what we get from the 12 sacreds. First up, an epic. Oh, it's a bear. Didn't we get bears last time? Unbelievable. Right, second shard. Another epic. We're probably going to mostly get epics. Visionary, you know, both pretty trashy epics, to be honest. Third up, we have Grave Dirt. Another really uninspiring epic. We're going to keep this video quite short because normally I talk about the champions as we go. Ugh, dupe Norog. I was excited for a second. We got gold, which I wasn't really expecting. I thought we'd probably not strike gold on this, seeing as it's not 2x and we're only summoning 12 sacreds. So getting a legendary is nice. It is a dupe, which is a shame, and it's not that good a dupe. But, you know, he has some use in Hydra with the AoE block buff, so I'm not sure. I still feel like Norog needs a slight buff, a slight tweak. I think the passive is nice. I think the AoE block buffs is nice. The A1 is okay, but I don't know. I just feel like maybe the main issue is his base stats or his multipliers. He needs to hit harder for what he does. Or the A1 needs to be a slightly different utility, given that, you know, the passive kind of suggests that he kind of adds more survivability with block buffs, and then I don't know, it's something needs to be tweaked because he should be a great champion, but he isn't actually used that much. Next shard up, we have another epic and Gory, another pretty trashy epic, to be honest. Not much use for him. And Flesh Terror, another distinctly underwhelming epic. Is another one of these champions that kind of has some interesting ideas of skills, but is just a little bit too underwhelming. I think the A3 is okay, probably should be a 3-turn cooldown, given that it's not that great. And I think the biggest issue is his heal. It shouldn't be based off their max HP, it should be based off his max HP, and then suddenly he becomes a viable champion. Small changes, but Plarium are slow to adapt. Valor, another epic, actually pretty good. And I think if they ever got around to buffing her slightly, such that this drop defense became 100%, then suddenly she becomes a good champion. And I think it's a shame that we're in a situation where, simply because this is not 100%, she doesn't get used. But otherwise, she would be a very viable and good champion. But we all get War Maiden as a rare, so it just makes no sense. Fang Cleric, another champion that needs a rework. Oh, we're really stacking up the trash epics today. Gorlos is a nice epic. There is the only champion in, or the only epic rather, in Demon Spawn that has an AoE drop defense. Obviously, there is one legendary, Sicia, who can bring it if, which is why we're summoning right now. But yeah, Gorlos, another dupe for me anyway. Facomorph, as I like to call Drake. Again, a champion that just needs a tweak. Could be good, but just doesn't really bring enough. Decreased accuracy is okay. We do get the decreased speed, but it's only on a single target and it has to be critical. It's just not that exciting. And then the A2 is just irrelevant. This whole, if it has less than 30%, it's always critical. It's just not a good ability, because if you're going to build as a damage dealer, you're going to have to build it max crit anyway. So the A2 effectively just comes, attacks one enemy, and that's it. Again, yeah, he needs a rework. And Caden, good champion, to be honest, like quite balanced, has good utility overall, a nice revive, AoE, decrease attack. I think the A1 is the weakest part. The provoke chance is just too low at 30% when booked. It's not enough to be remotely reliable. I think this should be, if this was 50%, then suddenly you could think, well, actually, I have a viable Hydra champion now, because you have an AoE decrease attack, 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. You have a potential revive if you do lose someone, and then you have a way of dealing with Decay Head. But at 30%, it's just not enough. I don't know why Plarium make champions that have percentage chances that are just too low to be useful. There we go. The 12th Sacred is summoned. Sicia is ours. And that is exciting. I really can't wait to build her out and throw her into the Spider team at least. And I'll probably end up using her in Hydra, to be honest. I do think that she's one of the strongest HP burners out there. Brings a lot of extra utility, with the decreased defense and weaken. Obviously, the decreased defense is conditional, but yeah, great champion overall, and definitely of interest, particularly for me, I think, on the weakened side, because I'd probably pair her with an Ugo anyway to get the block buffs and decreased defense. So you're bringing the weaken in through Sicia and the HP burn. Great champion, really, really interesting. Can't wait to give her a go. So there we have it. Thanks for watching. On the index, we only got the one new champion, Sicia, but actually, before you go, we can go to our faction guardians. We can go to Skinwalkers, and now we have an additional 30 accuracy and 30 resistance, getting towards our 10 speed goal. Is that the faction I have the most legendary dupes in now? It is indeed. There we go. Right then, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I do try and reply to every single comment you guys leave. And, I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.